What up, YouTube? I am Dom Knight. This is Night Talks, and we are back with another Reaction Wednesday. All right, so I got another compilation for y'all, and this one I haven't watched authentic reactions. I'm gonna try and do that more. I usually don't watch them all anyway. When I start watching them, I think they're gonna be good. I usually cut them off. But this I haven't seen it all, so we're gonna see what they're talking about here. This is the best of compilations reaction. Today's video is titled, "Why Don't Men Want to Get Married?" All right, so we're gonna see what these guys are talking about and if we agree or not. All right, so and also I did a video a while back on if you should get married in this day and age, and I'll link that down below if y'all want to check that out. So let's get right into it.
If we look at the scenario, he's a rich man, he has money. If he has kids, he can take care of those kids. He's paying his child support. He's having his kids over whenever he needs his kids over. Why does he need to be married?
Question for the guys. Why didn't you marry her? Or why don't you marry her?
Because she didn't earn it. You know, I speak for the men when I say a failed marriage is a loss for men. It drastically changes your life for the worst. And all men really ask is that you're at least worth the risk. You know, there are these BS concepts on this site, like a man will waste years of your life while looking for the girl of his dreams. Like, no, a man will spend years in a relationship waiting for you to become the girl of his dreams because he's already pretty much chosen you for that position. All he wants is for you to unlock that next level of commitment. But that will require humility. That will require you to let go of this take me as I am mentality, because I can tell you, a man that doesn't respect himself will take you as you are. He won't require you to prove yourself. But a man that respects himself, a man that's masculine, a man that has any respect and reverence for the Most High will make you earn the prestigious position of wife. If you haven't earned it, you won't get it.
Wow, he spoke some crazy facts. Wow.
This is why most men do not want a relationship anymore. Because the majority of modern women is for the streets. Y'all out here getting ran through and you're posting about it on social media. You're racking up your body count. You made an OF account. Now you're selling your body online. Then when you're tired of getting ran through, now you say, where all the good men at? They've seen where you've been because you post about it. They don't want you's good. And see, reason number two is that when we treat women the way that y'all say you want to be treated, you leave us, you play us. Why? If y'all keep saying treat y'all like royalty and we do that and then we keep getting played, obviously y'all is lying.
Always been.
Hold on. Oh man, I just gotta comment on what a homie said real quick. So I think he was 100% right there. A lot of chicks, not all. Let me clear that up. Not all. But a lot of these chicks out here, they're on here kind of selling themselves through their social media accounts. And that's fine and dandy, but we see that. As men, we see that. And I'm sorry, no dude's gonna wife up or take a girl serious that's on here just showing everything for the world. What's left for him? What's exclusive for him? What's the point of him being with you if everybody else gets that version of you? You know what I'm saying? I get it. And I'm sorry, yo, girls, ladies, dudes, like, obviously, there's always going to be a guy who's going to date you. But dudes don't want a girl who's on OnlyFans. They just don't. Your average guy is probably not going to want a girl that's on OnlyFans. And then he made a good comment. He was talking about women are like, oh, where are all the good men at? He was talking about how, oh, when we treat you women the way you say you want to be treated, then we get left, we get played, we get cheated on, all that. I mean, man, it's whenever I've pursued a girl and was played the nice role and tried to do everything right, bro, I never got anywhere. But you act like you don't care, they're all over you. It's insane, and it's so true. And you can deny it if you want, but it is. I'm living proof. Let's continue.
Scare me about like getting into marriage is the fact that like I could walk away with nothing. Like I could.
Yo, marry up.
True.
Marry up.
Yo,
if you ask them to sign a prenup, they look at you like you're the worst person in the world.
Facts.
Like, I'm not gonna marry you now.
Facts.
I'm not, because there's this concept that we're gonna leave each other.
Absolutely.
But when it's time to leave, like if y'all gotta get a divorce, they want everything.
Yeah.
Like, bitch.
I mean, like,
TikTok, I still see an overwhelming amount of women that want to get married, which is fine. But men aren't proposing, which can be a couple of reasons. One of which is they're not getting what they want. They're not getting a fair deal. An example would be we want men to be providers and do all this for the home, but we feel as we don't bring shit else to the table but good looks and a badass attitude. It's not a fair deal. Men are always taught how to get the woman, how to make her happy, what to give her, flowers, give her chocolates, all this other stuff. Women are rarely taught how to treat a man. It's an unfair deal. We need to start knowing what men want by asking men what they want instead of assuming what they want. Because marriage rates are down for a reason. Give the
Why aren't men
Facts.
getting married?
Well, the bottom line is it's a raw deal. For men, it's a really raw deal. The benefits are heavily outweighed by the dangers and the risks. If you're a man and you divorce, the outcome usually favours women massively. You can end up losing your home, half of your pension, half of your wealth. You can end up not seeing your children. And studies have shown that men are more adversely mentally affected by divorce than women. So, and there's also a lot less support network in place.
Man, he spoke a lot of truth there as well.
Why don't more men want to get married?
More men don't want to get married because we're severely disadvantaged in the courting system.
It's not about
if
a courting
were to
system.
Get divorced, no.
It's
If
not
we
about
got
a courting
divorced,
system.
I could
It's
possibly
about
have
love.
my life ruined.
Marriages
and you
are
can
about
walk away
love,
fine.
not
That's
getting
why.
divorced.
The right woman makes a man consider settling down. The right woman makes a man attempt to be loyal. But the ultimate factor is, it's funny because my situation was a little different. I wasn't in the hospital bed. I didn't cheat and was like, yo,
I gotta get a bag. What can I do?
I didn't do that. I was laying butt ass naked in bed next to a girl, and that's when it hit me.
Discussions with a D on YouTube.
Quick question. Have you guys ever seen women marching down the streets talking about how unfair it is that men are obligated to pay for child support even if the child is not his? Men are required to pay for alimony even if he doesn't want to. Men are obligated to pay for the house that she's living in, that she even cheated on you with, or you guys just have a fallout and you paid everything for, you still lose it. Your car, you lose it. Your asset, you lose it. You lose everything and you're left with nothing. And even when you have nothing left and you're at rock bottom, what happens? Jail time and or homelessness and all this crazy stuff. But it's okay, right? Because you're a man. You should still be able to take care of yourself, or you're a bum, right? Or you're a bum. But if the roles are reversed and women are obligated to pay, oh wow, he's such a bum, he's a loser, why he can't live on his own, he can't make it on his own, he has to rely on a woman, then why are you guys claiming to be independent but relying on the men? Make that shit make sense, my G's.
Hey, he just spoke a lot of
This is the main
facts.
reason why 90% of guys do not want to get married. And this all comes down to finances. Now let's just bring up the facts. 90% of all marriages, the divorces are filed by the women. Meaning that with divorces comes the finances being split between both of you guys. Now guys don't want the responsibility of giving their spouse half of their earnings that they worked hard for. It's just not how it works. So let's just say a guy does want to get married. I highly suggest that you go to a third world country or that you just get married in a church, because that's literally like the best option.
I feel like it should be very obvious why men don't want to get married. First, if you're in a committed relationship and your man tells you he's afraid of commitment, I shouldn't have to explain what the issue is there. Secondly, there's nothing in this for us at all. Like, the woman gets the ring. She gets the dress. She about to change her last name. She about to get a whole celebration. The whole wedding and everything is about her. It's her big day. You know what the man gets? He gets to sign a legal document for the relationship he was already in. But now if she wants to leave, she gets to take half his shit with her. There's no benefit in this for us at all.
Yo, that's what. Hold up, I gotta comment on that real quick. Yo, that is such a good point. This man literally got to sign an agreement for a relationship he's already in. And now the relationship he was already in and doing all the same stuff for, now there's legal bindings to it. Never even thought about it like that, but hey, spot on. Let's continue.
Do you want to know why the modern generation of men don't stick around, don't want to be in a relationship? Let me tell you why. Let me inform you, darling. Number one, you claim you want a nice guy. You make all these points about what you want your man to do and treat you like. Then you find a guy, he tries to treat you that way. Then you disrespect him, his mum and his dog by cheating on him or getting back with your ex, completely disregarding his feelings, taking him for granted. You guys break these people's hearts. And it's sad because the girls that actually want all the things that you claim you want now get their hearts broken by the guys that you fucked over. Do better. And number two, in the nicest way possible, nobody wants to wife a girl that's been ran through. I'm sorry, if your body count is the same as the scoreline for a basketball game, there's a problem. You get OnlyFans, sell your body online, and you expect someone to want you. And then label us insecure for not wanting to be with a girl that's bodies all over the internet and any Tom, Dick and Harry can search. So until this changes, you're not going to get your flowers and your romantic dates. I said what I fucking said.
Facts. I was just talking about that. It was all facts.
A man will be like, well, I told you what it was from the beginning. It's only when you feel like you're being questioned. Otherwise, you will go about dealing with a woman like you're in a relationship. Mm-hmm. You'll cook for her, you'll feed her, you'll sit here and have sex with her raw. You'll ask her how her day is going. You'll meet the family. You'll bring her around her friends. And then as soon as she asks you about the next bitch in your phone, then it's like, baby, you know what this was. I ain't really want no relationship.
If I tell you that from the gate and you keep messing with me, the liability is off of me. It's you. So if you stay and keep dealing with that and you get your heart broke or whatever, that's your fault. That's not mine. I told you what this was. You thought you could change my mind. You were sadly mistaken. And you found out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And that's not my fault.
Hey, he is keeping it 1,000 right there. Y'all knew what it was from the jump. You knew what it was from the jump.
Anymore. And I think, men are kind of, when I say they're opting out of marriage, it's like, well, they see how much money goes to these spouses. I know a man who was married twice to 2 different women. One of them got alimony. The other one got alimony plus child support. He got remarried a 3rd time and literally was like bare bone. And he was a successful dentist and he had no money because all this money was going to his exes, right? So, so now men are like afraid of getting married and because they don't want to deal with that either. And there's just all these issues, right? And it's not like one thing or another. I think, sometimes it is a man's fault. I think sometimes it's a woman's fault. But I think the big issue is that we never hear about the bad women. Movies aren't made about bad women, really. Shows aren't made about bad women. It's always like the doofy dad or like the man who cheats and runs off with the other women or the woman.
Society needs strong masculine men. We have an epidemic of children being raised in fatherless homes, and 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Mm-hmm. Women are taught that they don't need men and that they're even disposable. We can't do it alone, and we shouldn't accept doing it alone. We really need to stop perpetuating this idea that we don't need men. Men provide us with their life force energy, which impregnates us, and they have a purpose in society. And they are at the foundation of everything that has been built.
Wow.
Hi. Black men do not want a wife, a girlfriend, a fiance, or a boo, or a bae. Black men want a version of their mother that they can have sex with. Let me explain. They want somebody to deal with their childish antics. Somebody that doesn't take accountability for their actions and responsibilities or the behaviors that contribute to toxic things. They want somebody to cook their meals, wash their laundry, clean their bed sheets, not hold them accountable for anything, let them impregnate and have as many kids as they want to, all while living under your roof rent-free, but still want to claim to be the man of the house and how he should be treated like a king. Sound familiar? When women won't submit to their childish behaviors and antics, they'll get mad because they can't control that woman or coerce her into his bullshit. So they become manipulators, cheaters, abusers, and say bitches ain't shit.
All right, guys. We are going to cut that there. That's the end of it. On that last one, first things first, black men watching this, we know that's some bullshit. She trying to paint a picture that all black men are just grown men, children who depend on their woman for everything and that women are just perfect angels and they don't do anything. I'm very fair. There are them hokey ray dudes out there who don't do nothing, live off a woman, knocking them up, got 3, 4, 5 baby. Those guys exist, yes. But guess what? There's more women than men, and a lot of y'all women be acting out of line. Attitudes, all right? Demands. Lack of respect, all that. All right, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about marriage and why men don't want to do it. So going over these, I picked up some information, while I was watching this. I haven't watched this. This was an authentic reaction. A lot of these men, their issue is the finance part. So let's talk about that real quick. Finances are one of the most important things in life. You need money to live. You need money to go on. Men do not want to work hard their whole life to become what they are, to have it derail because a relationship didn't work out. All right? Because that's essentially what happens. A relationship didn't work, and a man loses a bunch of the things that he worked hard for. Probably put in way longer than that relationship lasted. All right? And then I'm going to address this too. I know there's women out there who make the argument, oh, y'all men don't even have stuff to begin with. Yada, yada, I don't know what you complaining for. So let's say you do get married. And then within this marriage, that man becomes something and ends up working hard, making a lot of money, and becoming successful. Now he's worth something. So if y'all get divorced, you're still entitled to all that he put that work in for. Okay? Now, there's all kinds of different situations that would change this a little bit. Like if, say, you guys built something together, okay, while you're in the marriage. All right, you're entitled to that, some of that. You're entitled to half of that, whatever. But men, I know men personally that have been just derailed as a human being because of a divorce. They have lost everything. I know a dude who was sleeping in his car for a period of time after a divorce. It's just crazy how it does favor women in the craziest ways. Like, and come on, it's undeniable. We just look at the court system, all right? It's that simple. It's undeniable. So I completely understand that part, especially on guys who've made something of themselves. The other thing is the actual relationships themselves. Screw the outcome if it doesn't work out. What's it gonna be like to actually be married to this person? A lot of women pull the old bait and switch. They're one way in the dating phase, and then once you guys get married, the tables turn. You know, the script flips, and they become a version of themselves that you've never seen before, and you're like, my Lord, I screwed up. Honestly, a lot of men these days just do not see the value in marriage. What the guy said earlier in the clip when he was like, wait a minute, so now I gotta sign a legal document and basically sign my soul away to be in a relationship I was already in. I'm already with this woman. We're already committed to each other. Now I have to change the dynamic of my relationship. For what? A piece of paper? For some rings? For some, legal government benefits? For what? Is it worth it? A lot of men are saying no. Marriage is down. Marriage is down. It's down. People don't want to get married no more. There's a lot of women who don't even want to get married no more. It's crazy. And the concept of marriage is kind of crumbling. It's just kind of crumbling. And I don't know. I think a lot of people are just looking at it like it's something I don't need to do in order to be happy in life, especially men. And I agree that it doesn't. Okay, I don't think you need to be married in order to be happy or have a good life. I just don't. So that's all I got to say on it. Guys, I am Dom Knight. This is Knight Talks. I think this was a good, informative one for you. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Hit the bell so you do not miss a thing. All right. I got a goal, 600 subs by the end of June. We are moving along nicely. I appreciate everyone who's watched the video. Like, comment, sub, any of that. Appreciate you big time. I'm going to toss my social medias right there for you. Follow me on Instagram only if you want to. And I will be back soon. Peace.
That's ISO. Rack it up. I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up. She got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up. I got some gas, some packs. I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up. I'm with the gang. We taking shots off the rebound. Fucking my post the same now. I've been humble too long.